Hello, and firstly I want to start this video off by saying, Vincent Cassel, welcome to the Tekken universe, and we welcome you, sir. Thank you so much for taking your talent and time and expertise and lending them to such an iconic fighting game as Tekken, and we all really look forward to seeing your performance in game, even though we've had a taste of it already, and we really do look forward to playing your character, Victor Chevalier. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Chevalier? Victor Chevalier. So my pronunciation of French names isn't that great. What is this about? So really, I was sitting there thinking about it the other day, or today mainly, and I was thinking to myself, we've had such a slew of, actors, actresses come into the game space recently. People that are not. They probably have done some voice acting for games in the past, but not. Sometimes they don't come to our attention until they come into an iconic franchise or a big franchise, such as with Mr. Cassel here. That I personally I didn't know the name at first. I was confused. I was like, "Who's Vincent Cassel?" I had to look it up, and I found out he was the actor from Ocean's 12, the incredible dance scene with the laser room. And with that scene, it becomes sort of iconic in film history. As soon as you search up Vincent Cassel on YouTube, instantly you're going to get hit with a slew of these scenes from Ocean's 12. And also Vincent Cassel has done much more work than that, and I took it upon myself to kind of look into that and see what other roles he's done. I may not know a lot of the titles, but I can recognise a calibre of an actor just by seeing the amount of roles they've taken and the different layers they create with their character work. And this is why I think it's so important to Tekken, which is kind of why the title of this video is, why is Vincent Cassel important to Tekken 8? Or, it's taking an actor who it's his first time being in the gaming space and having a character, as from Harada-san's own words on X, crafted around him, inspired by him, and he had Mr. Cassel in his mind when he created this character, and they put it together in storyboard and art. And even with the footage of Mr. Cassel behind the scenes, discussing how it all came to be and talking, with Harada-san and the team and working with the voice coaches and everyone else in the studio, getting it all ready, you can see, how happy he was and how excited and how, thankful he was. He was very, flattered. And it's so important to find somebody who's not just doing it for, and got to be honest, not just doing it for the paycheck, but they're doing it because they have a passion for the game, and they've been playing the game, and they understand Tekken. They understand what Tekken is. Now I'm not going to bash any other kind of celebrities that maybe have done voice acting work recently. We've got a few of those that come to mind, but I will mention, obviously, honourable mentions or mentions. We had Megan Fox for Mortal Kombat 1, not met with the most positive of reviews or positive of feedback. Personally, I don't really play the Nitara character for Mortal Kombat 1 myself. I don't know, I never really cared for Nitara, and her voice doesn't speak to me. It's like saying, you put Solid Snake next to Nitara, whose voice is going to kind of affect you more emotionally, and how you're going to respond to that.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Are we of the same blood? Mine is superior.
But it seems to be quite, and it's another avenue for actors to go down. Something that was just kind of presented to them, or their name come up, or they auditioned, or they were approached. I don't know how it really works behind the scenes, but I think it's important that you find the right actor, the right actress, the right voice for a character. And I think that's why Mr. Cassel is so important to Tekken, because the trailer of Victor Chevalier has been met with such high praise and positivity. And I'm not talking about the character as, the moveset. I'm not talking about the moves. Forget about that. I'm talking the character as presentation. The Parisian stage, the Eiffel Tower, the whole, the layout, the aesthetics, the music. I know it's hip, it's sexy. He looks dapper. He looks absolutely clean. He looks like such a really well thought out character, and you could definitely see some similarities between Victor and Vincent, you know, very, very, very similar. And I don't think there's any accident that both the character and the actor both share the same, initial. Bear with me here, okay? Bear with me. But that's why it's so important to have such great quality actors or actresses. And again, I'm not bashing any previous attempts. I'm merely putting out there that, you know, it's been a home run. It's been incredible. It's been a great kind of example of how a actor can be given a character modelled after them, and the creators thinking about who they want for this role, and they're so confident in that they're going to get that role, and they're going to get that person to voice their creation and give it life, that they've created this character and presented it, and you know the passion's there, and you can really see it when Mr. Cassel's kind of talking about it in the booth, and you know, going through the cutscenes and putting the voice to the character, really delivering.
Fais en sorte d'être à la hauteur quand tu combats en face de moi. Dispersion! Dispersion! Dispersion!
Oh my god, I love the passion and the energy. And I'm not saying no one else has done this in the past. No, anyone who's lended their voice to fighting games hasn't delivered. But there is differences. Now, I may have ranted on here. Character work is so important. You know, graphics don't mean shit. Graphics don't mean shit. It's character work is everything. Because you've got to hear these characters day in and day out when you play this game for hours on end. You've got to feel these characters, live these characters, breathe these characters.
Lars Alexanderson, le lion de la rébellion. Très bien. Contactez Yggdrasil. Super. Génial. Parfait. T'as vu, ça fait pro? C'est cool.
And having someone like Mr. Cassel coming in and breathing life into a character is so important, and it's so important for us as players. And again, thank you so much for us, the Tekken players, and thank you so much from me. And well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I just thought it'd be important to say that in case anyone else has. I mean, I'm sure someone else has already said it, you know, but I wanted to say it myself. So again, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. That's about all I've got for you. Oh, it's beautiful.
Appelez-moi Victor. Je n'aime pas mon nom de code.